If you're creating a package as a GDOT employee to send out to an external party, these are the steps that you would go through. First of all, you would select your PI project in ProjectWise under Projects. Then you would go down to the blue Deliverables Management folder, right-click on that folder, and select New Transmittal. This opens a new package for you to begin putting your information in to send out. You simply walk through the tabs at the top to build your package. So under General, you would enter in a subject just like you would, say, for an email that you're sending out. So this may be a first submittal package that you want to send out for utilities. You would then have to set a purpose. So for this case, it would be, say, for markup, for review, whatever it may be. You could then enter in a comment, see attached URPN letter. And then you could, just as you're building your package, it's also creating a cover letter. It starts out as an Excel file. You'll put in all the information that you enter in, and it'll convert it to a PDF file. Next, you want to select your recipients. So you just go to Add Recipients. And you'll see all the recipients here that are external to your company that have been invited to participate on this project. So you can simply select one, you could select all of them. If you do see a participant with a little triangle beside it like this, it simply means they've received the invitation but they've not accepted it. So I select my recipients, click Select, adds them to my users at the bottom, and click OK. At this point, you can choose which participants have to acknowledge and which participants have to respond. You may want all of them to acknowledge and respond. You just may want one of them to do both. So you can select and turn these off as appropriate for your different participants. Next, we add our documents by simply going to the Documents tab, clicking Add. We can then navigate within ProjectWise to where the files are at that we want to add to our package. They may be in multiple locations, maybe in one location. But we can then simply select the files that we want to send out to our participants. We then can set our scheduling for the package. There's 3 scheduling dates. One is optional, that is the planned issue date. If I'm building this package today and I save it as a draft, then I may not want to send it out for a couple of days from now. Then I could put that issue date in here of when I want to actually send it out. And I could give myself a reminder, say a day before that, reminding me I need to send out the package. Or if you just want to send it out as you're building it, then you don't have to worry about the planned issue date. The acknowledgement due date is required. You can either set the days after I issue this package that they have to acknowledge it, or I could pick a fixed date as well. If I pick a days before or a fixed date, I can also set a reminder. The number of days before the due date that I set, they will receive a reminder. So in this case, they have 2 days after I issue the package to acknowledge it, and they'll get a reminder 1 day before that. Now remember that these are calendar days, not business days. Therefore, if you send this package on a Friday and they have 2 days to acknowledge it, they would have to acknowledge it before Sunday. So just keep that in mind as you're building your package and setting your dates. Then the last one is the required due date. So once again, you can set the number of days after you issue it that they have to respond, once again calendar days, or you could set a fixed date. Either way, you can then set a reminder the number of days before that due date that you want them to be reminded that the due date is approaching if they haven't responded already. So once you've set your general information, your recipients, your documents, and your scheduling, then you're ready to issue. So just simply click the Issue button. Then what it's going to do is take all that information that I entered in on those different tabs, compile that into the cover letter Excel file, convert it to a PDF, and now I can view my cover letter before it goes out. It's going to give me my detailed information here about my package, me as the sender, any comments that I put in. It's going to tell me all my recipients and their required responses, as well as the files that I've selected to attach and send. If everything looks good, I can close the letter and I can hit confirm. If anything does not look correct, I could hit cancel, go back into the package, make any corrections, and then issue again. If everything looks fine, then I can simply click on confirm. And now that's going to package all the files, the cover letter together, upload that into the cloud. The external party that I'm sending this to will now get an email notification that a new package has been received for their review. They can acknowledge that package and then open it up, download the contents, and begin putting together their response.